Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn, where I have done a few things off camera, and that is we have built some more houses and we have built a haulers post because I needed a haulers post to move things around. We need to move the logs out of here and over to here because this is now dry. Hurrah! It's only just become dry here. Some of the potatoes have been planted because the farms over here can reach. So that's cool. That's cool. They're gonna come and help build that there. We have our storage of the underground log piles here. Then I've got a log pile running here. I've paused some of the other buildings because obviously we don't need them running at the moment. We could plant the trees though. Let's unpause you and get the trees planted. Yeah, everything is good. Everything is wonderful. Everything is fantastic, except it's not. Except it's not. We have a concern. Tell what the concern is. The water is kind of high, and I'm a little worried that it's kind of getting higher as time goes on. So we may have flooding at some point. I'm not too sure. We will see how it goes for the moment. What I need to do is I need to widen this channel here, to get more throughput. So we need to very much do that. Another thing I missed over here is I didn't put in any water storage at all. I didn't put in anything for for the beavers to do that. So that requires metal planks, so I can't do that. I'd love to do that, put the large tank just on top of here and go, hey, here's water, and just run a ladder up. But we don't have that yet, so maybe we'll do that anyway. Maybe we'll put it in here and do that. Although no, we're not, because otherwise I'd have to destroy that and then rebuild it, and then whilst we're rebuilding it, obviously it's less water. So let's just put it down here for the moment, and it can just sit there on the corner. Yeah, okay. Also, I'm going to shut down the science in a minute because we've got 4,800 science. I want the haulers. I want the haulers moving stuff. That's more important. So yeah, I've also moved the wheels back to where they should be. Going on here. What worries me the most is that this is going to flood over, and we are going to obviously flood this area here, which means all of our beavers are going to die, because although they can get food on flooded area, they can get food and water from flooded area, they cannot put food and water into flooded area. Our pumps are fine, they're slightly higher, so they'll probably be okay, but the farms won't work. So we need to drain it out beforehand, which isn't so bad in this tile, because if we reseal it around the edge or prevent water, we figured the water out probably by destroying some of these. The water can drain out of here, so it will drain out quickly. So that's having that square there is good. Can't obviously do that here because it would just flood in from the edges, so that won't work. But yeah, so yeah, I just need to keep an eye on the water level and see. It is definitely rising. It is rising. I just don't know if it's going to rise far enough to flood everything or not. So yeah, we'll have to see. I'm going to leave it running. We're going to figure out what's happening with it. We will set some stuff going in there. You've got no good selected. You are going to be carrots. Oop. And you are going to be grilled potatoes. Cool. Okay. You get carrots from here if you don't mind. You probably will anyway. So that's fine just over time. I might shut down the carrot production. A bit early for shutting down the carrot production, probably. But we've got plenty in storage. So yeah. Let's go demand and let's make this a supply. So again, our haulers will move stuff over. So okay, let's speed up time. And let's just watch and see what happens. Will the water raise up here? If it does, it definitely means we need a 6 wide channel, which we might be able to do soonish here anyway, at least. Maybe, perhaps. I'm not too sure. We don't have any planks, which is a bit of a problem, so I might have to stop building these out here for the moment, although they're all low priority. So yeah, let's get our let's get a couple put in place now. Do that one. That's not right. get them put in place now so that we can figure stuff out. Because this basically, this one needs to be abandoned, so it doesn't really matter. But this one isn't ready to be moved into yet. And if this one floods, this one's going to flood as well. So yeah, I need to basically see what happens. So I'm going to let it go. It's going to flood. I think it might flood. It might not. It might raise up to this point and then come down. I don't know. We're just going to have to let it go and basically see what happens. So, oops. I think the title of this video is going to be oops. I just said that I was going to go away, and no, I didn't say I was going to go away. I said let's see what happened, which would imply that I would actually have been still sat here watching what happened, and not. I left and went, I'll make a cup of coffee. That'll be fine. And I went, I'm kind of hungry. Maybe I should make some breakfast. Oh, and I need to do a bit of the washing up. And before I know it, it's been about 45 minutes, and we have a problem. No one's dead yet, but no one has anywhere to live. Water's low. Right. I don't know what to do here. Can we get the water level down? Can we use the wood in here to build with when it's flooded? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. What about the planks? We need to figure that one out as well. Let me do. Let's do this. Let's don't need the end there. Let's do that. They can get up there and get there to pump those. Okay, that's stupid high priority. We'll do build all of that. Okay. Let's remove these corner pieces here to let the water flow through. Nothing's restricted other than the channels, obviously. That will let the water flow through, which should let more water come out. And hopefully we can get some water being pumped, because that should lower the water level around. We can then empty this, which gets access to food again. Hopefully. I think all our potatoes are going to die off, and carrots are going to die off. That's fine. Oh, I must have only just caught it though. I must have walked back in just as it started. There's 1.2 days left for the carrots to go. So yeah, it must have only just flooded. Okay, that's not so bad. I'm not sure what it was on the previous day, so I don't know how long it's actually been. Yeah, so okay. But of course you're not going to build anything. No, we're dead. We are dead. Because I can't build anything because we have no district centre. Oh yeah, we got no builders. We got no way to build anything. Yeah, we're screwed. This has failed. I didn't think about that. If it floods, we can't get out of the flood because the district centre floods and we have no beavers left. Unless, right, let's just speed up time. Let's just speed up time for a moment. Let's see whether that can help the water level drop. Okay. And if it can help the water level drop below here, below these levees, that means this will drain out via this hole in the corner. So it's now got all this corner to come here. So yeah, and we've got to do it quickly. And if it does, then that means this will start pumping again. So that'll be fine. It can drain out this corner here. Okay, maybe we're okay. Maybe we'll be okay. Maybe we'll recover. Okay, as long as it drops down under this area, no more water's coming in here, which means all the water from here will drain out. Hopefully will drain out in time before everybody dies of drowning. I could, but I can't put on. Oh no, it looks okay. Looks okay. Looks like it's draining. Looks like it's draining. Get to the pumps. Get to the pumps. Go, go, go. We do want to build these because I want to drain this out anyway. Okay. Okay. We might be okay here. Might be okay here. Right. So yeah, we might. Yeah, I think this will drain. This will drain fairly quickly. It doesn't all pour out. Unfortunately, the water's going to take a bit of time, but hopefully it will go before everyone starts dying. Oh, actually, no, people aren't going to die of dehydration because the pumps are running again now. So that's cool. Okay, so the restriction was too much. It was too much, and we need to test it with 6. We need to test it with six wide. It might have to be 8 wide, which means we need to redesign everything if it's 8 wide. And I'm not all fussed if it all goes terribly with that. I'm not opposed to restarting. I'm not opposed to failing and restarting. It's happened before. It will happen again. We're back in business. Awesome. You don't need to exist anymore. The farms do not need to be there anymore. We can get rid of those. What I might do over here actually is only build the 1 pump. We need the 1 pump. So yeah, okay, so that's cool. Also, I want to pause the forester. I don't want you planting here anymore. Stop planting. Stop planting. Okay. None of you are getting built because you're prioritizing that over there. That's fine. We then want to make this the next priority because we need to build this up here. Okay. 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 We're okay. We're okay. Panic over. Panic over. No need to worry. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. Everything's happy. This is not cool and happy though. We need to build around that and build around this so that we don't flood this. Although then again, we're going to move all this over here anyway, aren't we? So that's the plan. The plan would be to move all this over here anyway, and everything will be awesome. So we'll put all our houses up here. Ooh. Okay. We could put the houses on the outside. That is true. We could do that. I'm not going to do that right now. We still need to build these with these rebuilt in the center and find out whether a 6-lane can fix it. Find out whether a 6 wide channel on both sides can fix it. So I need to build this all the way back to here, move these pumps. Well, not move the pumps, but I can. But yeah. So we have some work to do. We need to pump this all out dry here. We need to move everything basically from here because this just needs to be broken and flooded, basically. So let's move the housing. Let's move the housing as well. Let's go with double lodges, and we will put them. They can transfer power as well. There's no reason why we can't build them so they transfer power through them. But I think for the moment, I'm just going to build them wherever. We'll put them on the outside. They can be moved later. So we'll put them on the outside. And I need to build this. I need to build this and test it. And if it doesn't work and we have flooding again, we need to redesign from scratch. Which I feel if I do have to do that, yes, I can move things and change things like that. But I kind of want to restart. And I don't want to go over here and plan a bit better. We could use this as a test, as a plan for the first one, for the main one there. There was also a suggestion in the previous episode of the water beaver mod, which is one that I've avoided for a while because it never seemed complete. It always seemed like there was gaps in it and things like that. But apparently it's a lot better now from what I've just been looking at from it. So maybe we'll do that. Oh, I want to move them over by 1. Maybe we'll have a look at that. Possibly. There is also, we could restart with the Iron Teeth. And there is also a mod that lets us play both at once. So, you know, we have options. We have options of doing things if we wanted to restart and change some things up. So, yeah. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So you need to pump out all the water from here. That's fine. That means I'm going to shut down you three. Okay, because I want to pump the water here. So I want to prioritize on using our water and not just having this fill up water and stop. So, okay. Okay. That is better. Not perfect, but it's better. We'll get the houses built. And then once we've got the houses built and this is drained out, we can move over to here. I am very tempted to put the district centre above the area. It doesn't reduce its distance because it has no distance anymore, so it doesn't matter being high or low. So I think I do want to do that. So I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to put in ladders there, and we'll put the town district on top of this here. I was going to put water up here, but we'll put town district up on top of this here for the time being. I could put it in floating in the centre here. I could put it wherever. I feel like we're still in the testing phases of things, so stuff can move and change. Nothing is in its permanent place. I wanted this to be in its permanent place, but we may have to widen this to be 8 blocks wide rather than 6. Also, maybe 25 by 25 is too small. The reason I went with 25 by 25 is because when you go to standard levies, it's the distance you can pull out, see it won't go any further than that. It's 25 blocks long. That's why I went with that size, because it just made sense. However, now we're using the down decoration mod. There's no reason why we couldn't go with 3x2s, for instance, because I kind of think we're going to be higher than that. Oh, it's 2x3s. That one there, whatever. Yeah, 1x3, 2x3, 3x2, 3x3. Okay, so the order of these is weird. Also, something that throws me off as well, and was mentioned in the comments of the previous episode, that sometimes things are ordered differently. Do you remember before the houses were in a different order, and now they're this way around? So, yeah, I think that might happen every time you get a new mod installed, and it has to recalculate everything. I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's why these seem like, to me, these seem like they're in odd things like this here. Why is that there? That should be down there with these 3. So, but I don't think that's the developer. I think that is just the way the game is ordering things, which is why I'm clicking the wrong thing several times. So, boom. So we don't want that one. We want this one, 2x3. So there's no reason why we couldn't go, like have 3 of those, and then a tunnel, and then another 3, and a tunnel, and then another 3, and we call that a cell instead. Make it slightly bigger. Yeah. We could go that big, and there's no reason why we can't do that on this playthrough. There is no reason why we couldn't do that. We're going to remove this one, so we're going to rebuild it. So we're going to redo this with six wide channels here. I can't do it yet. I need to actually clear this whole area out to make a 6 wide channel. It does actually have to be. It does have to be the whole length of it. It can't just be like the end piece. That doesn't work that way. So I have to make it the whole shebang. So we will do that. Let's put in these again, although they're going to be not built just yet. Oh, I bet you're building some of these, aren't you? So, yeah, you're building these as well. Ah, okay. Let's lower the priority of those. Okay, and we'll lower the priority of those as well. In fact, we'll lower the priority of the water wheels all the way. We want to build the water wheels because we need them to be we need them in the channels to find out how they restrict the flow as well. Yes, I could use the dev tools to test this all out and do bits and pieces like that, but I don't want to. I don't want to cheat to find out the answers. I want to play and try and keep our beavers alive as we're doing it. That's the whole point of it. If I just use the dev tools to test things, I might as well just use the dev tools to build the entire city and then just let the beavers populate it. Job done. You know, it's kind of defeats the object a little bit. So so we give that a go. This is not full of planks, but it's getting there. Planks, that's fine. You are still good. This is still empty, and this is going to take a while to empty. If any of these flood over, we definitely. I should have absolutely made these 2 tall, which means the water wheels. We'd either have to make 2 tall as well, or you don't have any. The water wheels would have to be on platforms, which is fine if they are on platforms. That's not a problem. the biggest issue that I see we have here is because we have a constant supply of water. The water is a constant level. If it's rising, it's going to always continue rising. If we have a channel, if we have the channel that's 6 wide, water is going to always rise. So even if we go 2 levees high, it's going to continue rising because you're adding more water than it can deal with. Although maybe it'll get to an equilibrium at 6 wide, where because it's flowing on, it doesn't just water doesn't just flow on the surface, it flows underneath as well. But my biggest issue is that I know these do affect water flow. We know they do. So if I get it balanced, it's fine, and then we add loads of water wheels to it, it's going to slow down and it's just going to clog up and flood into the place. So yeah, that's all built there. That's fine. Let's build the other ones over here as well, because we might as well. You're going to the gap there. 1, 1, 1, and 1 there. I'll build you because you haven't cleared these trees out yet. I haven't cleared these trees out. That's why I stopped the forester. The forester doesn't need to be here anymore. In fact, I'm going to just demolish loads of stuff in here that I don't need. Just going to remove all of it so that we can pick up the logs should we need to. Nothing's getting put in here because they can take stuff out of flooded buildings. That's I knew that was the case. They can take things from flooded buildings. They can't put it into it, so they can use construction materials from flooded buildings. This had wood in it, so they've taken out of this one to build things. So it's fine. The only problem is that they can't obviously build if they don't have a district centre. So we need the district centre to be above ground. On top of warehouse is fine. If water ever gets 2 tiles high, then it's game over anyway, really, because the amount of time it takes to drain that out would be ridiculous. But okay, oh yeah, and then I want to make sure I prioritize that one. Then we need to remove these houses here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so that's the same houses there as it is to here. So actually, can you? I don't want you to build that one yet. Okay, I want you to bring the logs over. And then once you've got the logs over here, I don't want you to build it. I want to pause it because I want to get all the houses built. And then destroy the old houses, build that, and put the new houses in so that they can transfer over rather than getting new beavers born. Okay, okay. Panic mode. Panic mode. Panic mode is good. Panic mode is good. We'll survive. We will survive. We will. We will eventually survive. Okay, because what you can do is you can wait for all the stuff to be put into it, like every block to be put into it. So wait for the next 2 logs to arrive, and then pause it. But it's at 99%. It's not finished, which means it's not connected. I could just destroy the path above it as well, but it's not connected. And because it's not connected, when I unpause it, all the beaver has to do is come along and just go, bonk, and it's built. Job done. I could just remove the path off the top of it, and that would work fine as well. But and then I could instant put the path down. That's a better way of doing it, but that you can do for buildings that are otherwise done. So if we get rid of that path there, none of these buildings will be connected, so that'll be fine. Let's remove all of this here. Yes, all of that there. Yes. And let's prioritize picking up some of this stuff, shall we? You prioritize picking up that stuff. Thank you. And also prioritize picking up these bits here as well, if you don't mind, before you come and build things around it. In fact, don't worry about that. Just those on the outside. If you can get to them, can you even get to them? You can. That's too far away from the district. Okay, let's run a little path down. There you go. Oh, awesome. Right, so you can build that. That'll be fine. Okay. So this time I am going to sit here now because I have my breakfast in front of me. So I don't need to go anywhere. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to watch this for a minute. And we're going to get these houses built. And then I'll move all the beavers from these houses into these ones. And then we will move our district centre over. Excuse me, because we can do that. We can do that now. Let's do that now. Oof. Oof. There you go. all the beavers will move to there. There's only one district centre, so all the beavers will move to there. That's fine. That's not a problem. Increase that there, so this can work all the time. Cool. And then we will just and then we'll block this off and block these off, and then see whether the channels, whether 6 wide actually works or not. But that's going to have to be in the next episode, because time flies when you're having fun. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.